Action.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robin.
I'm Jerry.
And this is Savor at Home number
101.
101. And I figured for this Savor at Home, we'd do something we have never done before.
Gin.
What gave that away?
There's a bottle of gin over there.
Oh, it wasn't the video that I posted earlier this week about gin?
Yeah. I watched that one.
You did. So you can tell us all about gin.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
What's gin?
Gin is a spirit.
Yep.
It's distilled from a lot of things. Could be. And then it's
What makes gin gin?
they do the little basket thing.
What's in the basket thing?
Juniper usually.
Juniper. It has to be
Oh, it does.
juniper.
Okay.
So you didn't watch my
No.
video.
No.
Okay. Gin is a juniper spirit. So juniper, this piney, resinous flavor, should be
Resinous?
resinous.
Like resin?
Yeah.
Ness?
Should be the predominant flavor in gin. But
Doesn't
there
have to be.
are
Or has to be.
It has to be. But there are other botanicals added in. I'm glad you watched my video. So
If you haven't watched the video, we're going to link to it right here.
Yep. So we are tasting a gin. And this is...
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Why are you excited?
It doesn't look like gin.
No, it doesn't look like gin.
Show them.
This is
Look at
a
that.
barrel-aged gin.
Wow.
Yeah, this is Barr Hill Reserve Tomcat Gin.
Given to us by our friends.
Yes.
Chris and Emily,
We
thank
got to
you.
give a shout out to our friends Chris and Emily for sending us this bottle. Barr Hill is in...
Vermont.
Yep. So they sent this to us to entice us to go visit them in Vermont.
Which
So.
we will if we like it.
If we like it, we'll go
we don't.
visit.
Maybe not.
I have a feeling we're gonna like it because I can already smell the honey
We haven't
from the
opened it at all.
beeswax. Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about Barr
Do it.
Hill. Barr Hill was founded by a couple of guys. One was a beekeeper. One was a brewer and distiller and actually owned a brewery shop of his own.
Okay.
So we have Todd, the beekeeper, and Ryan, the distiller, and they joined forces to create Barr Hill. So they founded it in 2011, and originally they were distilling using a 15-gallon pot still.
Whoa.
Yeah, so super small batch. And it was located near the Barr Hill Nature Reserve, hence the name. In 2019, they relocated so that they could scale up. They're still in Vermont, and they expanded their operations. At Barr Hill, they produce 3 different products. They have a vodka, which is distilled entirely from fermented honey. So I
that's
bet it
very
tastes
cool.
really, really
That's really,
delicious.
really cool.
Even though vodka is supposed to be very neutral and not have any flavor, depending on what you use for the fermentation, will inevitably carry over. And I believe that the regulations have changed recently to allow some nuances in vodka. So it has to be distilled to, this is not a vodka video.
This is a gin video.
This is a gin video. Yeah, but vodka has to be distilled to at least 95% ABV in order to be vodka, which means it's like pretty pure. Yeah. But pretty pure. But now they're allowing some nuances to come through. So you don't have to get it super duper clean. You can have a little bit of those
Just pretty
flavors.
pure.
Pretty pure. Yeah. Okay. So they also produce a gin. Their Barr Hill gin. Not this one. This is their barrel aged. Their gin is a juniper forward gin. I believe they use a neutral grain spirit, so I believe they source that from elsewhere and then use their own botanicals and distill their own botanicals.
Is it the same gin that they then age for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they do add in both their gin and their aged gin, they add a little bit of honey to sweeten it.
Okay.
Now, The Tomcat gin that you have in your hand right here is aged for at least 6 months
Okay.
in new American oak barrels.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a color.
And it's got a little bit of honey added in, as I said, both of their gins do. So the name Tomcat is kind of a nod to an old style of gin. Old Tom gin, where allegedly these illegal distillers way back in the day, right? We're talking the 1700s in England, would put a plaque of a tomcat outside where you could get gin, and you would insert money into the mouth of the cat. I think there was a password involved as well, maybe some meowing back and forth. And then these are the stories that I hear. And then gin would come out of a spout hidden by the hand of the tomcat.
Oh, that's really cool.
And Old Tom gin, because it was being illicitly distilled back then, you know, there wasn't a lot of refinement, and so there were a lot more additives being put into the Old Tom gin to kind of mask some of that crudeness. And often back then, gin was stored and shipped around in barrels. All of this you would know if you watched my gin video.
Right here.
So depending on where you are in the country, I believe this bottle runs you anywhere between $30 to $50.
Look at that nice little, it's the beeswax on there. I'm gonna pop this, Daddy.
Oh. So a lot of craft distillers are starting to release barrel-aged gins, and I think that's because they want to tap into the whiskey market, the whiskey consumer. And most whiskey consumers, not to profile here, but don't drink clear spirits. So this
Correct.
is their way of
Saying,
introducing gin to whiskey drinkers.
Yeah, look, it looks like whiskey. Drink it.
Yep. And it
It's not a
should
bad
have
idea.
some familiar notes from the cask coming forward. So yeah,
Show them the...
show them the color. Wait,
Oh my God.
we've got to give a shout out to the Patreons.
We do.
Thank you guys so much for helping to support the channel. And if you, the viewer, would also like to support the channel and hang out with Jerry over on Patreon, I've got a link in the description below where you can join our neat community. I don't know why you keep thinking that something's going to go across the screen there.
So, I mean, right away, you obviously, if I gave you this glass, I mean, you're gonna know it's not a whiskey. You're gonna know it's a gin. If
You're gonna know it's
you
not
get,
whiskey.
You get the
Yeah.
juniper right away. Juniper and honey are the two things that like immediately jump out. Not surprising.
I'm getting a ton of fresh citrus.
Yes,
like
same.
fresh citrus oils.
Oranges.
It's oranges. I'm getting a little bit of lemon too.
It's a really nice nose. I mean, obviously, it's
There is a little pine solly thing to it, but
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Yeah. It's kind of nice.
very floral, as gins are. Lots of citrus peels for me.
Yeah, I'm getting some herbs
Essential
too.
oils is a good one.
Is that some clove in there?
There is clove in there. Like, I'm picking out a Christmas tree, you know,
Yeah, a little bit.
in the summer.
So is it like completely dead? Because it's been around since winter?
No, it's alive. It's just there's a bunch of fruit trees around too.
I think I'm getting a little like oregano as well.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, like dried herbs.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed herbs in here. I'd say almost like the tiniest touch of lavender, but like the petals, or the leaves, not the flowers.
No, I think you're spot on with your notes. I agree 100%. Clove,
is-
oregano.
Wow,
Yeah.
I paid you a lot to say that.
No, you're right. Oranges. It's nice.
This
There's
is
lot
a
in
really,
there.
yeah, this is a really nice nose. How many times are you gonna cheers me? Wow.
It's a lot sweeter than I was expecting.
So the honey comes forward a lot more. Do you get that candied ginger?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love when I
Yeah.
get that note
It's
in
very,
gins.
it's really good.
Wow.
This is a sippable gin. I do also get
what?
sippable gin.
Oh,
What do you think is a sippable gin?
sip a gym.
It's a little sip of gin. You know, I go back to it and it smells like an old fashioned to me.
Yes.
It smells like an old fashioned.
Yeah.
If you're into old fashions,
Yep.
I would highly recommend that you try out this gin.
I really, really, really like the palate.
I do too.
The honey does
Wow.
add.
It's very different.
The honey does add a nice mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
And it adds some sweetness where it does feel like I'm having a cocktail.
It does.
Rather than sipping on
Pure
some
spirit.
Yeah,
But it's still
gin
43%, but it is. Yeah.
so dangerous.
It is dangerous. We might drink the whole bottle.
I think some more cinnamon bark comes out on the nose and like some fresh grated nutmeg when I go back to it.
Got a lot of the clove, but definitely sweeter palate than more honey on the palate than the nose. Nose is very floral, really nice, layered.
Ooh. Okay. A little eucalyptus. Like I first picked it up in the palate and then went back to the nose and I could find it.
Yeah, you're on one today. You're on fire today.
I really like that. Like on the palate, are you getting that little effervescence?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, I really like it. It's very different.
Are you getting any of the barrel notes?
I mean, I'm sure there's some extra honey. It gives it a little push.
And I'm getting a little bit of vanilla too, but nothing that really screams like barrel aged.
Not your like typical bourbon notes. I'm thinking of certain cocktails too that would, I mean, you don't even need this with anything, but if you're gonna make a cocktail with this, I'd say keep it like very simple and let this shine through. I didn't know really what to expect, and it was better than I expected.
This is nice.
It's very nice. I recommend checking this out. Caledonia Spirits, Barr Hill Reserve, Tomcat Gin.
This is really nice. Yeah, I would also
I'd recommend.
highly recommend.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to Vermont
Yep,
to visit Chris and Emily and
we're
Barr
coming.
Hill.
Get
Yeah.
ready. Should we go now? If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be alerted when new videos come out. And as always, stay neat.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robin.
I am Jerry.
What'd you say? Like a robot.
I don't know.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robin.
I am Jerry.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robin.
I'm Jerry. Are you kidding me? That was regular. I did that regular.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robin.
I'm Jerry. Where does the name Tomcat come from?
I think if you had watched my video, you would know where Tomcat comes from.
Okay.